If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Before we head off to Florida, I think I'm going to do what a lot of people are calling a axle flip. And an axle flip will raise the clearance of the trailer from the ground. And I'm going to crawl under here and show you what I'm going to do. So you see that the axle is above or on top of the leaf spring. And the leaf spring is the, three pieces of metal that curve, and the axle is on top of it. So I'm going to put the axle underneath the leaf spring. Around about 3.5 to 4 inches. That'll give me quite a bit more height. Some jack stands. I'm liking this. Alright, I got one side detached already. And I just loosened 2 of the nuts and took the other 2 nuts off. That way I don't risk as much damage or stripping something or messing something up. What you have is 2 U-bolts that go around the axle and 4 nuts. So I'm taking off 2 nuts, loosening the other 2, and I'm going to slide the axle out from this leaf spring. I'm going to slide it that way. I think the hub will fit through. I measured it, I think I got a 1/2 inch clearance. If not, then I'm going to have to take that hub off, which isn't hard. I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll just flip it up, and then the axle, instead of being on top, will then be on bottom. And use plenty of WD when they're all rusted like this. Helps knock that rust off. And then what you do is you'll screw down until it gets tight, and you'll run it back up. Put some WD on it. That way you don't have to go out and buy new U-bolts. Okay, now see, it's starting to get tight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back up. And knock off some of that rust. Oh, something else. Right here, there's a hole in the bottom of this plate that will line up your axle. When you flip it around, it'll line it up, and you'll just put it right back in the spot. So alignment isn't hard. Okay, so it is detached now. There's a little bolt you'll lift up, and voila, I mean, there it is. It's off. So let's see if I can slide it out. So I don't have to take the hub off. That is awesome. Life is good. Okay, so I flipped this bolt, and now that's the alignment bolt for the axle. And it was quite simple. One of these brackets on the other side was broke, so I took some baling wire. I'm going to have to replace that, but I took some baling wire to hold in place, because when you take this bolt off, the leaf springs spread apart. You'd never get that back together. So I put some baling wire wrapped around it, hold it together while I put that on. Okay, so I'll do a little before and after screenshot here, but there's the difference between with the axle on top of the leaf springs, and now it's on the bottom of the leaf springs. So, you know, we've gained several inches, which really did level out the camper on the truck. Gave me a little bit more distance to the ground. So, much more pleased.